Who recognizes this guy?
You want me to be? Change me to what you want me to be.
Howdy doody. This morning I'm heading into the 2023 CONEXPO in Las Vegas, which I've never been here before, but I can already tell this is going to be cool. I'm looking out at the lot and there's a lot of heavy equipment. The company I'm with, we're in earth moving and utility work, underground utilities. So they flew us out here for this year's CONEXPO, and I'm really excited to see what this place has to offer. So I'll head in and record what I can, but there's no way I'm going to be able to make it around to everything. So hopefully by the end of this video, maybe if you haven't been, you'll get out here and check it out for yourself.
And to the millions that will be watching online, we have one heck of a show here for you today. 3 years ago, I was standing here in the rain. Today it looks to be a beautiful day, and we're going to test the skill and the nerve of these 9 great men sitting in front of you. And I tell you what, I'm not too worried about them being tested because they've already been tested. This is the elite of the elite.
Jeff, you know whose anniversary is today?
Well, isn't it my day?
No, it is John Cheedeck's anniversary today.
Oh, job site. On the job site. Love it. Congratulations to John and his lovely wife.
How do you think that conversation went? How do you, for your anniversary, I want to go to Las Vegas and play in the dirt with Caterpillar.
I want to mention one quick thing, Rudd. You might have noticed there's solar panels outside on that hub. These solar panels are creating the energy that is being stored to charge this 301.9 electric prototype. And when you
Two stacks of railroad ties on the side of the hill. Check out that boom as well. It's an optional 2-piece boom that makes this 350 even more versatile. Get you in and out of tight spaces if need be. You can even take it indoors. It shows you how easy.
You want to see what a real bucket looks like? Check this thing out. Actually, a local company for me too. I think they're out of Fremont, Ohio, somewhere around there. I know they're in Ohio. So, cool stuff. Not a huge Cabelco fan, but that thing is cool. Honestly, this whole exhibit they have going on is really sweet. Maybe it's because I don't know anything about cranes, but I didn't even know these types of tracks were still around. Like old school track hoe tracks, chain style. It's cool though. Thing's massive.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
I didn't have all their sizes. One of them was women's. It was double tape, and the other one, all I have now is 2XL, 1 3XL.
Oh, I'm a gummy bear.
I gave away 2 mediums and a 2XL. Small. I needed a medium was small. The medium was small. Then there was another guy that was another. No, one guy was medium. That's what.
That's fun. Seeing lots of articulating buckets and forks, which is pretty cool. Operators are never that great though. No offense. thing is stout. Look at these tracks though. Skinny. Looks like a 200 series from the undercarriage, but that thing is massive. $9.95. Teeth on the bucket look huge too. Never heard of that manufacturer, but you got some big equipment, that's for sure. The little itty bittiest turbo you've ever seen. At least I've ever done seen. I think that's what goes to this New Holland here. Unleash the beast. That is, if the beast is a turbo the size of your pinky. But hey, to each their own. Little beast. That's a big machine. 1000 series. Never heard of Devilon, but it's got the same logo and font as Doosan, so I'm assuming it's the same manufacturer. Thing's massive though. There's one thing I'll say about this expo as a whole is you see some big equipment here. Like, this is the biggest stuff I've ever been around in person. It's pretty cool. Forecast did me dirty. It's supposed to be overcast just like yesterday all day. My sunglasses. Not gonna complain about the good weather though. Here we go. Second day and I haven't even made it through the first section. This is nuts. Crazy. Make my way over to the Komatsu booth because that's where I want to be.
Not up in here. We'll get a photo. Right, the camera's gonna be over here.
You don't want a picture of me. Why? Because you want to see how big the tire is?
Super interesting seeing these, you know, everything's moving to all electric. I was just chatting with a guy, he's saying, you know, you can get these power plants basically that comes in like a Connex box. And something like this 210 behind me, you can get 8 hours of runtime, you know, relative to what you're doing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'll happen in my lifetime. I just don't know when. I mean, for who I work for, I don't see us getting out of, you know, diesel powered equipment for a while, but maybe at some point. But you know, the thought of like taking a piece of equipment back to the shop to charge it just to bring it back, I don't know, it just seems kind of, I don't know, it's tough to see it, you know, working out that way. But I'm sure I'll learn more about it, and eventually maybe it'll move that way. So we'll see. Pretty cool though, interesting. So you could probably cut up some scrap with that thing. All this stuff is massive. I mean, it's like they bring, you know, they probably bring their biggest stuff here to show it off, but it is huge. Nice presentation. Making me miss home.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
Yeah, look at that. I basically got like the same one. I got the same one.
This with the ripper on the back?
Thing's bad. Should I upgrade? Say what you want about Case, but they are the only ones that are like actually giving out bags and shirts and stuff. Even a high-vis vest and a tote to carry it in. Call me a sucker. Thing had me going for a minute. I saw it from far away and I was like, what the hell is that? Any Hitachi fans out there? I don't know much about them. I never really ran one. Don't really have an interest in ever doing so, but hey, they look nice from here.
Coming up, what do we do? Concept X version, our Concept X is considerably more precise control of that still rotating. I'm talking about when we get into the remote control mode. That helps the operator and productivity. Regardless, we are still under autonomous operation. Don't even need operators. But that automated still rotating capability and provides super rating, sleep rating, all that is possible with the sand function as well. The blade to stay very close to the surface, and what does that do? That helps maintain the level terrain, and that happens regardless of the position or orientation of the dozer. By the way, the base model dozer, the DD100 is here. Also, the new DD130 is on site. That will roll out a little bit later this year. Okay, you see Joel Escalante back here in the DX350 LCR. He's going to put some railroad ties down as we demonstrate the dozer's advanced e-stop safety feature. 180-degree wide-angle radar is on the rear of the dozer, and anytime it senses something behind it, it will stop just like that.
Real interesting to see a remote control. That's a 200 series too. That's not a small piece of equipment. Look at this thing. Brand new model, 500. Thing's cute.
You want me to be? Change me to what you want me to be. I'm not the way you want me to be. Change me to what you want me to be.
And we're back. CONEXPO, super cool experience. Loved being there. All in all, I'll give you a couple key takeaways and then we'll move on. But yeah, I had a great time. If you're considering going, I can't recommend it enough. Interesting for me because, you know, I'm into more like vintage type equipment. Not necessarily like way back to cable driven, but like vintage hydraulic diesel powered equipment is really where you know my interests lie. That and classic cars. So the CONEXPO is obviously, you know, being a expo, it's focused on the future and where we're going. All sorts of autonomous equipment, electric equipment, remote controlled, GPS, all that, you know, really high tech stuff, which is interesting for me because that's, you know, my profession, but it's not necessarily something that like is my full interest. Like I said, I'm more into like the old style stuff, more greasy, dirty stuff. But it was super cool to see all the new stuff and where the industry's going. I can't necessarily say that I'm fully on board with the more so like fully autonomous stuff and, you know, cutting out the operator out of the equation. But I'm also not gonna say I'm totally against it. You know, we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I'm just a dumb ditch digger, so I don't really know, you know, where everything's going. But really interesting to see. Super fun experience. Lots of different areas to be as well. You know, it doesn't matter what world of construction you're in, or if you're not in it at all. There's a ton to see, a ton of different areas that you can go to. For me personally, since I'm in excavation and underground utilities, and that's where my main like interest lies as well, I hung around more of that type of equipment. There is so much to see there. You know, concrete trucks, dump trucks, cranes. On the inside you have all sorts of things that have to do with like GPS control and tons of things to see. For me, I just wanted to see the cool heavy equipment, so that's really what I was focused on, as you saw in this video. I think probably my favorite piece of equipment that I saw was that Liebherr dozer with the big ripper on the back. That thing was cool. Big excavators that were super cool to see. I'm used to being around more of the, like anywhere from a mini excavator to a 450 is what the company I work for has. So seeing like the 900 and 1000 series excavators is, you know, really cool. Big D7 dozers and stuff like that, really cool to see. So other than that, like another side note, the people that were there, you know, obviously everyone's there for the same reason, so they're the type of people that you want to, you know, meet and get to know. I actually ran into Matt with Diesel Creek, which was super cool. Got to chat with him for a while. Matt, if for whatever reason you're watching this video, thanks for giving me the time of day and chatting for a while. Real nice guy, super fun to talk with him for a little bit. He was actually there apparently for a meet and greet with a couple other YouTubers, but we were getting some pretty bad weather. Wind was picking up pretty bad. It was starting to rain, so I was just hunkering down in one of the booths, and here comes Matt trotting through the door, which, you know, just like, what are the odds of running into people that you want to be around, you know? So really interesting. Like I said, 10 out of 10 experience. Can't recommend it enough. If you're thinking about going to the expo, do it. Pull the trigger. At the very base of it all, you get to spend some time in Vegas. I got to take my wife out there and spend some time downtown, spend some time on the Strip. We had a ball. You know, it was a super good time. So with that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we're really focused on classic cars and heavy equipment, diesel equipment. I'm just trying to build as I go and give you guys some interesting stuff to watch. So subscribe, stick around. We put a video out every week. And don't be afraid to grab that wrench and get after it. I'll see you next time.